Alrighty, hello there fellow YouTubers. This is another airsoft review brought to you by King D 3001, and this is the review of my ICS M4a1 tactical carbine. Now, as you can see, this gun is cosmetically is not stock looking, so I'll go over the things that I've done to it so far. This right here is not a flashlight. That is a NC Star green laser. Let's see if you can see it right there in the wall. Very nice laser, very bright. This rail here used to be on my G36C, which is unfortunately broke. I took it off and placed it on here and put on this vert grip. This came from one of my old D-Boys guns. Anyways, it's a really nice vert grip. I've put some tape around it to give it, better grip. I've also set it close enough to where I can basically knuckle the laser beam. It also helps with the stability of the weapon as well. On top here, you have the NC Star 4 reticle red dot reflex sight. This is a very nice sight, very similar to what you might see in Call of Duty 4. It's really nice to show you, like if you put that, like the dot on something, say like that box right there, and if you move it around, the dot stays on target. Really nice feature. I've got it set in for like 25 feet to 30 feet. This thing's just dead on accurate. This is this used to be the original carry handle, but I took not a hacksaw but an actual metal cutting saw and cut it and cut off the carry handle and made it what's called a chop mod sight, and it fits on there beautifully. Like if this scope were to die, I can just take these two rings off here in like 3 seconds, and there you go. I've got iron sight backups. This feature here is my custom cheek rest. Again, you'll see this on all my weapons. I like this because, I have an elongated neck, and this right here, because also the full face mask I wear, picks my head up and allows me to see through my reflex sight a lot easier. This is a very nice weapon. The thing that really kind of I didn't like about this when I first bought it, as you could tell in this video, this handguard here, it's not really textured. It looks like cheap plastic, but it really isn't. It is really stout and is really strong. It's held up. One of the biggest things that you might find, here I'll show you, is when you first get this gun, these may be a little bit wobbly, but what you can do is, I'll show you, take it off right here, and what you can do is right here, you can see that you can add pieces of tape to reinforce the reinforce the area a little bit better so that it doesn't wobble. And trust me, it makes a huge difference when doing that. Let me put that back together. Just give me a second there, folks. This can be somewhat of a pain at times. You get used to it, but that's the only thing I don't like, is messing with this thing. But other than that, it's a great weapon. Okay, I'll flip it around and show you the real Olympic Arms trademark. I wonder if you can see that. It says PRC Mill M4AS Cal 556 NATO Mod PCRDD, and the serial number is BA0800189, and there's the Olympic Arms trademark, Olympic Wyoming, USA. These I highlighted in myself. They were stamped into the body and they weren't highlighted, so I took a white crayon, and you can get on Flanker Tanker's video and you can actually see that. But I like that feature. I also did the same on both sides as well. If you can't read that right there, that says 6mm AEG trainer, licensed and distributed by Team SD USA, manufactured by ICS Republic of China. Another nice feature about this gun is the actual functioning bolt that hides your hop-up. If you pull it back, if you lift this up, this looks kind of cool. But if you pull it back, exposes your hop-up. Now, the unique thing about the hop-up on this gun is that it's like a rotary type hop-up, like a drum hop-up that you would find on like a G36 or something. It's real stiff, and once you get it dialed in, you ain't got to ever worry about that coming out of placement during firing. Now, another thing too is the stock here is kind of wobbly, and it's made from a really nice like synthetic material, like a synthetic nylon. But unfortunately, all these stocks suffer from this plague. It's real loose. Even a real M4 stock does that. Another thing I suggest you do when you buy this weapon is see that let me move my thumb, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see that screw right here, but over time that has a tendency to want to come loose. So what I did was I took a little bit of thread lock, the blue thread lock, and put on that screw and screwed it in, and now it's just been rock solid. That was several months ago, and I've had no problems since. Another unique feature about this weapon, and I'll show you here, is how it breaks down. It's like the real M4. You pull this pin out here, and you pull up, and it scissors apart like a real M4 does. You see up there, you've got your tappet plate. Down there, if you can see it, is your gears. And what a unique feature about this is it's like, if say you want to swap out, you know, this gun shoots 330 stock, which is high enough for me. I'll do a chrono and shooting test later on. But you can pull this out, and this entire thing comes out, and you can swap in a 120 spring for going playing woodland and all that. And then say you want CQB, you can slide that back in. And another unique feature is like the real gun. On the real gun, the bolt carrier group is up here, and the trigger assembly is down here. But I love this unique design that ICS did. It's a really nice feature, and I like it. It really makes the gun user friendly. So if you want to upgrade your spring or something, unlike standard version 2 gearboxes, you don't have to take all that crap apart. The trigger here is metal. The only thing here, this can be a little loose, but again, it's supposed to be like that. The real M4 is like that. It's real loose, so no need to worry about that. That sling attachment there can get a little annoying if you don't put a sling on it, which I don't, so I taped it. Another thing too that I don't like about ICS is their mags, even their stock mags, which that's all I use. They're still, I mean, even with this tape on this mag, I mean, it's still a bit wobbly, but it really helps. I suggest if you get an ICS to kind of shim out the mag. I mean, it doesn't have feeding problems. It's just nice to know that if you tape that, it won't wobble around really bad. This is pretty much it for this review. If you have any questions or any comments, just be so kind as to leave them at the bottom, and I will try to get back to those as soon as possible. Thank you, and remember, play safe, play hard, most of all, have fun.